Alright, so today is the day we finish wrapping the last chrome piece on the car, which is this grill. So basically before starting, I'm just gonna clean up everything, take off the license plate, plate bar, and just finish off by wiping it with alcohol, and we should be ready to wrap. Alright guys, so now that the grill is clean and shiny, we are ready to wrap. But basically before we start, I just wanted to show you guys that what I'm gonna be using. It's basically this adhesion promoter pad. It's not as strong as the 3M primer where it's gonna like leave marks on your grill, but it like helps with adhesion. So basically I'm gonna be using this to put it in the corners over here, maybe a little bit here and here, so that like the vinyl doesn't peel back. Because if you look carefully, this is almost like a 180-degree turn. So yeah, like I tried using some of the wrap to wrap it and like it pulled back. So I'm pretty sure if you use this, it'll make sure that like the wrap doesn't come off as easy. Alright, so now that you guys put it on, it just takes like about a minute and a half to dry, so just let that dry. So this is what it should look like when it dries up. You guys can kind of see like it's kind of hazy over here. Well, you can't really see it, but like it's gonna look kind of hazy, but basically this is how you know it's dried up. And it should also feel dry like to the touch. So now basically just lay the vinyl, work it in. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am going to be taking off the bumper so I can actually like tuck the vinyl behind it. So I don't know if you guys like are going to do that, but I'm going to do it because I want my wrap to last as long as possible. So, oh, and the vinyl I'm using is Vivid. You can find the link in the description down below, and you'll also find the size. Alright, so basically now that it's on, just do your thing like you would normally, and we'll worry about the edges and the corners later on. Alright, so I just finished laying the vinyl wrap over, and basically if you guys have a front plate, this is going to be a little bit easier because you're going to have like a little bit of slack over here. But since you have the front plate, like it's going to hide behind the plate cover, right? So you can leave that slack over here. You don't need to try to stretch the vinyl anymore. But if you don't have the plate, then you're going to have to basically lift the bottom part up and stretch this way and then flatten it out. But I don't like mind too much right now because I have this front plate right here. So yeah, but basically now just lift the vinyl and don't try not to use heat as much as possible, but basically just lift the vinyl and try to tuck the vinyl in a bit behind the actual chrome. Alright guys, so this is how far I got with the chrome delete. So basically I just cut a hole in the middle and then I tried to tuck in as much of the edge as I could. But basically the only reason like it's not lifting back right now is because I put that adhesion promoter that you guys saw like at the start of the video. So basically like just heat this up and then like it'll activate the adhesion promoter and then you can start pushing your vinyl in the like creases that's like where you think it's gonna lift off. And yeah, so you guys can see here this is a very high tension point, but like it hasn't lifted off, but that's because of the adhesion promoter. But anyways, I did the most I could do with the bumper still on the car. So now I'm just gonna drop the bumper and then we'll take the grill off and the chrome piece off the actual grill and tuck everything behind the actual chrome piece, and then yeah, that should be it. But yeah, you can see that there are like those screws now. So all you have to do is separate the chrome from the actual plastic. And to do that, you have to remove those screws and just push those chrome pieces in, and it should pop right out. So if you see that you guys are getting stuck like with the bottom piece where you can't get when you can't separate the plastic from the chrome, it's basically because what's happening over here. It's the vinyl sticking to the plastic and the chrome, so it's not letting you separate it. So you gotta make sure it's not sticking to both. And that's how you separate the plastic from the chrome. So yeah. Okay, so basically now that you guys did that, you're gonna see that your hands are kind of like this, kind of dirty. So make sure to clean it before you keep going, because you don't want to make the vinyl dirty. Okay, so now that your hands are somewhat clean, I put rubbing alcohol on it, so I'm pretty sure all of it is gone. It's just kind of black. But anyways, basically just tuck everything in, all the edges. You're gonna see that there are rubber seals over here. Just tuck the vinyl in a bit, but don't like break the seal, because then water's gonna start going in. And yeah, just tuck it like as best as you possibly can, and then we'll get to cutting. So you guys can see that I finished just one corner here, but just a little mistake that I made was I cut it too short. So you can see a bit of chrome, but when it's actually on the car you won't see like that much of it, so it's not a big deal. Also finished the bottom one. The top part is the hardest because like the bend is like almost 180 degrees. So basically do the corners first, this one and that one, and then you can do the middle part and it should be it. So then once you tucked everything in, basically what you want to do is post heat. So because you don't want everything you don't want anything lifting up, right? So just go over it with some very high heat, and it's also going to get rid of some of the scratches that you caused from your squeegee. So now that you post heat it, and make sure you post heat your corners very well, because those are going to be your first corner failures if it does fail. So now you can get to cutting the excess off. Alright guys, so once you're done with cutting off the excess vinyl, basically just go over it again and make sure you tuck in every piece of vinyl that you can. So then once you're done that, just go over it with some heat one more time. Make sure the edges don't pull back. And now you're finally ready to reassemble your grill. But I won't make you guys sit through that, so be right back. So I actually finished putting the grill back on the car last night, but it was way too dark to record anything. So I guess I'll just give you guys a quick walk around right now and show you guys how it's holding up. Alright, so this is the best angle I can get right now, and I'm kind of lazy to take the car out right now, so I guess this is what you guys get to see right now. So as you guys can see over here, the blade hides that slit that I put in the grill in the wrap. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down what you would like to see next. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.